All right, here at Newsy, we've been back in the office for about a month now, but there are still thousands of Americans working from home because of the pandemic. And for many, it is a permanent setup. So if you're starting to get sick of your space, then this one is for you. Our Kat Sandoval spoke with a Chicago architect for tips on how making your space look better might actually make you feel better.
Chicago is known for their architecture and their interior design. So why not ask an expert, a Chicago architect, how we can take those ideas and apply it to our work from home environments. We're here at the Knoll and Muto showroom with Ferdinand Di Mailig. He is the co-owner and architect at Box Studios. Now, Ferdinand, why don't you tell me, what can we do to make our workspaces better?
Well, thanks for having me, Kat. There's 5 things we're going to look at today. First thing is ergonomics. Second thing is lighting. Third thing is nature and comfort and color. The example of having a lounge chair that you could be comfortable in and sit in. We have this laptop table, whether it's extra space for your phones or beverage, you can utilize it in many different ways.
What would you say when they select something comfortable?
It's very individual and what someone in that position would feel comfortable with. I think what makes a home a place to well-being is to have different places to work. So we talked about maybe a living room. It could also be in a dining room. As you can see, there's very muted tones in this space.
Muted colors, neutral tones like this, Di Mailig says, as a base for a room is ideal with pops of color.
If you have the neutral tones and you're using that through what we're calling the field colors and periodically add a little red to that, and as you can see, if I start creating more of a feature element there, it's overstimulating.
It's overwhelming, actually, yeah.
If you were able to do just sparsely add it in there, you see how that creates almost an energy, but not overwhelming energy.
Orange and yellow tones boost creativity. Red energizes. Blues and soft green provides a calming effect. And if we're looking at it like cake, because I like food, this would be the cake. And this would be the icing.
I do see it being the icing. I can also see it being maybe the candles.
When it comes to ergonomics, it's finding the right kind of chairs and tables that fit you, much like a shoe. Di Mailig says one size does not fit all. For consumers out there, does price matter when it comes to seats?
Yeah, I don't know that cost plays in as much as comfort. You could probably find some good chairs at your local merchandise store.
Armrests or not? Preference?
It's all preference. What this one has is actually a self-adjustable material that forms to your back. Okay. So as you sit here, again, depending on who you are, it flexes in many different ways. This is very cool. It adjusts height as well. So you can adjust it to stand and work. You can also adjust it to a seated height.
Sometimes it's going back to nature, having items that reminds us of that.
We talked about the plants, large, small plants, whether they're live or artificial, really wouldn't matter. It brings you back to calm and nature.
But it doesn't have to be plants. It can be anything that remind you of nature.
We have natural stone. We have particles in here that are natural.
The lighting is amazing here.
And during your planning of your office space, we talk about positioning your workstation to nature. A light fixture that allows you to change the temperature in your work is very cool as well. And the blue is more of a natural light, so it creates an alertness. So as you're focusing and you're reading, you want more of this.
Light, ergonomics, nature, comfort, and color. If you only had one thing to change, Di Mailig recommends lighting.
Lighting is a simple use of natural material, or let's say a natural environment that allows you to be more productive.
Kat Sandoval, Newsy, Chicago.